Hi everyone, it's Angela. I hope that you guys have been good and groovy since the last time that you saw me. I'm super excited to, I can't get situated, share a video with you today. It's been a while, it's been a long time. I just uploaded a video this past week of where I'm sharing about the abundance in my life and how I'm in this space where I'm getting used to the abundance in my life. And I recognize, I think I did something that a lot of people do when they go from really having nothing to going to having a lot, is I went crazy. I started spending, see, this is too loud. I started spending, well, this pretty much is I started spending a lot. I started making all of these justifications of why I should spend money. I deserve it. I deserve to treat myself. I went from, let's talk about food, right? So diving right into this video, diving right in. I grew up, I don't want to say I grew up poor, but I kind of grew up poor. And, you know, we didn't always have what we want to eat. You know, what was on our plate was it. And so when I became an adult, you know, I've always spent my money. And so food is something I've always been careful not to overindulge in. Because, oh gosh, I just didn't really want to, I guess. And, you know, I would avoid spending a lot of money because really good food could be really expensive. Going to play with friends and lovers to really fancy places, if he wasn't paying, I wasn't having. So that had been my mentality for a really long time. And, you know, since the pandemic, I've got a new job. I've been blessed to earn 6 figures. And I've been spending. I was spending. And one of the things, you know, I was spending on is food. And so I was ordering DoorDash every day. I was ordering DoorDash for lunch at work, and I was ordering DoorDash when I got home, because I just didn't feel like cooking. And I thought, you know, I can afford it. You know, what's $30, $40 here? And it was when I got to having this $50 like meals for myself for no reason. I just thought, okay, I'm wilding out. There's so much money, so much I could be doing with my money. But even before I got there, that was hindsight. I looked up and I had spent a lot of money. And I decided to get real with myself. And so last month, I sat down with myself and I said, Self, she needs a budget. And myself was like, oh no, budget, we don't want that. But, you know, I had to sit down and really face all of that. Now, why am I talking about, you know, my money problems and all of this? Because I'm always worried. And I actually had a friend share with me most recently that somebody shared one of my videos with him. I was like, is this your friend? And I was getting the feeling that they were like, is this your friend sharing all their personal shit online? Yeah, it's what I do. It's what I know how to do. And I feel like part of my journey on earth and what God wants me to do is to tell my story. So that's what I'm doing. And the spiritual component is to not being able to hold on to money. And you hear it, if you don't vibrate, you know, if you don't have the vibration of the things you want, even if you're able to manifest them, you won't be able to hold on to them. And that has been my story. Like, I've manifested really amazing things, and then I've not been able to hold on to it. And this is what's so funny about manifestation and your personal vibration, where you believe you are and the life that you're living, right, is that, so I was making all this money. I work on commission. I'm really good at what I do. I'm really proud of that. And, you know, I was, you know, earning 5-figure checks every month. Right, like nice high 5-figure checks. And then, you know, I started spending, and then my poor mentality, I had to go ahead and name it, my poor mentality just snuck up out of me. And it was all the ways I grew up. Unfortunately, I grew up with a verbally and emotionally abusive parent, a narcissist. And, you know, that you're not good enough, the this, the that. And sometimes you don't even have to have that backstory that I have. You may be your own saboteur. I have my own saboteur. And my saboteur started to eat away at me. I got away from my manifestation practice. I got away from my gratification practice. My gratification, look at me. Freudian slip, my gratitude practice. And I wasn't really living in the moment and being grateful and being mindful about ascending. And so I wasn't earning as much. Well, I did really good last month because I had to take a month off of work because I had some things done. I'll talk about them at some point. But I had some work done, and so I took a month off of work, and then I wasn't making enough as much at work. I mean, I'm still doing okay, obviously, but I wasn't making as much, and I've had all this time to reflect on how your mindset, directly affects not just what you're able to manifest, but you can manifest great things, but can you hold on to it? And now I'm in the space of maintenance. What does my life maintenance look like, right? Okay. And so I had to sit down with myself and get on a budget and realize all of these old wounds and traumas really popped up with abundance. Now I have all this money. I can be whoever I've ever wanted to be. And it's not like I had a ton of money, but, getting, this reminds me of when I was modeling. This is the first time in my life I've made more money than when I was a model. So you get a $10,000 check here, you get a $12,000 check there, you get a $17,000 check here. When you're going from just over a year ago, I was doing Uber and barely making my car payment and insurance. Barely. I was sleeping in my car. Have I told you guys that story? I don't remember, but I was sleeping in my car. So, and I have lived I have lived above my means and below my potential for a long time. So, this gratitude practice has really, my spiritual awakening brought me to a place of greatness. But the story is not over. The journey is not over. There's still so much work to do. We must talk about maintenance, And, just let my life be a testimony to you is that it's just so clear to me. It's been so clear to me, the way I lost myself in food. Oh, I gained a ton of weight. I gained probably 40 pounds. And maybe I'll insert a picture, a really unflattering picture. But I gained all this weight and I was just eating my feelings away. I decided that I'm not dealing with, I'm sure you guys may remember that. I don't know what I've shared because I make videos and don't post them because I get too insecure. That girl is gone. But, I just swore off men that were no good for me. I kept settling. And so I'm like, I need to get that part of my life together. So I've been at home by myself. I come home, work all day, make this money. I'm eating. She's having crab cakes and fine sushi. And I don't mean just like any old crab cakes. And I'm going to the best seafood restaurant in town and I'm getting, $25 crab cakes and, on a regular and wonderful sushi. And I was also drinking like you wouldn't believe. I was drinking so much. My family, I come from a family of drinkers. We get together and we do tequila tastings and whiskey tastings. And my sister did a fabulous wine tasting, so I was like, okay, I gotta go home. I gotta go out and buy all those wines because I can afford it, And so I'm drinking wonderful wine every day, and all of this and this and that. So I'm coming home, I'm eating really rich foods, spending all my money on food and alcohol and drinking, and I'm just laying on the couch and in my apartment with all of these wonderful things that I have purchased that I love. And that's another story, not getting caught up in materialism now that I'm making money. And I had to get prepared for surgery. Decided I'm ready for surgery. And so I need to put the bottle down. And I was surprised at how difficult it was. It was so difficult for me to not drink. And so that was another red flag of I need to get serious. So I was able to prepare. I stopped drinking about a month before surgery. I would have just drink here and there. But still, eating expensively. But it was during recovery when I was laid up in agony, not able to drink, not able to eat excessively. I couldn't eat really for a couple of weeks. I was really able to reset, and I lost a bunch of weight because I wasn't drinking. So I decided, no more drinking. And I had been thinking about that for my spiritual journey. I know a lot of us think about, can we be spiritual people and drink? You could do a lot of things and drink. I believe, now on the other side of the drinking, is that you won't be able to reach the level of clarity that you want to have and with yourself if you're drinking on a regular basis, because more than likely if you're drinking on a regular basis you are probably numbing something, hiding from something, muting your emotions, your pain and your traumas. At least that's been my experience in anyone that I know, right? And so, hold on, I just thought about something, guys. I'm sorry. I make gorilla type videos. Sorry about that. I put the phone on airplane mode, And then the camera cut off. I didn't know it cut off. I was just chattering. And then, of course, I think I'm done. Turn off airplane mode. Now my phone was ringing, and so she's back. She's back. And I had to turn off the air, so maybe you can hear that more. But now you can probably hear the cicadas and the fan because it's 80 degrees outside, so the air was loud. But anyway, so I'm back. So now, I was just talking about not numbing your pain, scooting, not numbing your pain with a whole bunch of alcohol, right? And the part that I talked about too was, and also marijuana, because that was part of my routine. I would go to work, and to cope with the stress of my job, I would come home and drink and smoke and eat. And so I decided I wanted to let that go. So I stopped smoking. But I drink a ton of water. I try not to eat really late. I try to get my sleep. But my job is stressful. And so I'm working on creating, multiple streams of income for myself, which I do have. So I have my job, my 9 to 5, but I also have my investments, which are making money, and but that's slow money, and that's a game for the long haul. And fortunately, I had a really huge win with my investments recently. But unfortunately, I had to sell some shares because I needed that money because of my bad habits for not being able to maintain the abundance. And so it's been a reset. Having investments for me has been a huge blessing, and watching that money grow, that I felt really bad to have to take that away from myself. So I'm working on multiple streams of income. My dream is to make fantastic videos that you guys love, and you subscribe to my channel and you watch my videos, and my videos go viral, and I'm able to leave my 9 to 5 because I'm making enough money with YouTube. And so some of the videos that I plan to do, just share my passions, talk about makeup. You like my makeup? Talk about shopping. Do you like my clothes? One of my friends is like, girl, you need to get on TikTok. I think it would be so effective. But most importantly, this is how I started YouTube. I subscribed to YouTube in 2006. I made my first video in 2009, I think it was. And my journey took off from there. That's my other channel, Kinari Girl. And this channel, I'm now gonna rebrand it to just Angela Kinari, because it's just me. Angela is awake, is who I am, but I've awoken. And I really want my channel to be bigger and about more than just my spiritual journey, but about all of who I am. And my spiritual journey is a huge part of that. Being trans is a huge part of that. I'm going to keep my other channel to talk about real specific transgender related things, but this space is about the come up. This space is about my abundance, my gratitude practice, my abundance, my manifestation practice, my abundance, my passions, the things I want to share with you, my walking meditations, and how I use my makeup routine, my beauty routine as a way to meditate every day, and how I live every day is a testament to my spirituality, and especially my home life. My home life is very zen. We can see my Buddha over there. I've got another one right here, and my space is really, really, really zen. I have this painting that I love. I know I still have up blinds, but I'm gonna get some really nice curtains, and I've got a rocking chair over there, and it's really about coming home and being in a space that wraps its arms around me and allows me to be calm. And so that's where I'm at. That's what's up with life. Yeah. I think I should end it here. I just really wanted to share this. I felt inspired. I'm off for 2 days back to back, and I really have been talking about making videos, and all of these signs in my life have been pointing to making videos, and it's also been telling me to stop trying to worry about being perfect with the videos. For years I told my subscribers, I'm going to do this, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to do this, and I'm not making any more promises. There'll only be surprises. Only surprises. So that's where I'm at. I really don't want to leave you guys. I love video making so much. I love sitting here and talking to you guys because I feel like I can feel your reactions. I can hear you. But I'm excited. So cheers. Here's to growth. Here's to gratitude. Here's to living in abundance and maintaining that abundance. Yes. Yes. On this channel is all about love. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Peace and blessings.